In the previous chapter, we saw Sovereign Yun transform from a fierce enemy to a powerful ally, though bound by limitations. While the second prince begged for help to reclaim his empire, Sovereign Yun revealed he couldn't leave his sacred duty to guide the clan, but offered his wisdom to read the heavens and show the way forward. Let's begin the chapter. Hei Ying's eyes lit up, and he thrust his hand out, a trembling finger pointing directly at the second prince's ring. Understanding immediately, the second prince then displayed a painting, the lands of their nation. "Ancestor," the second prince shouted, his voice ringing with desperation. "Please, tell me where the greatest artist in the Western lands, Danking Shen, is. Can I even find him?" Yun's eyes shifted, transforming into a vast, star-lit sky. The stars around him began to move, swirling, releasing a powerful aura that forced the two home invaders to stagger back in fright. Danking Shen is in the central area. You will find him within the imperial capital of the Sword Star Empire. He will fulfill your wish, Sovereign Yun declared gravely, the stars now still and silence reigning once more. But a subtle doubt flickered in his eyes, unseen by the two below. "Ancestor, is it true?" the second prince exclaimed, cheering. "Do not call me ancestor." Sovereign Yun's tone flattened. "I have read the heavens and know you are not Yun clansmen. I also know of your clan's deeds, but I am merely a remnant of Sovereign Yun and bound by rules. Since you brought the Yun clan's mystic eye, I have shown you the way." The second prince's heart sank, a sudden wave of nervousness washing over him. He only breathed easier, seeing that Sovereign Yun remained calm. Since he is a remnant, he has no feelings. If old Sovereign Yun were here, he would be watching their insides spill across the walls after swatting them for trying to trick him. He bowed and braced himself. "Senior, when will I be able to meet Danking Shen?" "That is your second question, which I shall not answer. You would be wise to leave." Sovereign Yun, his expression cold and distant, flicked his wrist. A gale formed, and the two were violently blown away, landing hard on the ground in a most unpleasant manner. When they finally came to, they were shocked. Before them stood a lofty mountain, its peak hidden behind the clouds, snow clinging to its high slopes. "Your Highness," Hei Ying cried, bewildered. "How did we get here?" "How are we at the foot of the mountain? It feels like we've been climbing for 3 whole years," the second prince sighed. 3 years of hardship, as we worked our way through dangers and treacherous trails. Thousands died. Thousands left, leaving only us to carry on. I can scarcely believe that Sovereign Yun simply cast us back down with just a flick of his wrist. He's beyond monstrous. Hei Ying nodded, his mind reeling, never imagining one of the 4 pillars would have such a freakish backer. If this freak could move, the world would indeed be his oyster. Hei Ying gave a final, long look at the snowy peak, then sighed. So many years, so many deaths, all for a few words from an old man. This outcome, ha ha ha. "That is more than enough," the second prince said, with conviction. "We finally have a way to get our revenge." He then shouted as he strode towards the central area, "As the Yun clan's ancestor, his prediction must be right. We have finally found Danking Shen and a way to reclaim our nation. Zhuo Fan, Luo clan, and the Old Third you will all pay for. Stealing our land, ha ha ha." Victory already seemed to be his, a taste so close it was intoxicating. Hei Ying watched him silently, then followed him, thoughts swirling. Never mind. If revenge is all that's driving him, let him have it. Maybe when he sits on the throne, it won't be too late to tell him. Maybe he'll even thank the crown prince for this revenge. And so the two loners moved forward to restore their nation, completely unaware that Sovereign Yun remained, suspended in the blackness, the doubt in his eyes only growing. "That's odd," he mused. "His goal is to seek revenge on the Luo clan, Zhuo Fan, and his third brother. Yet the destinies of the Luo clan and his brother are clear. It is only Zhuo Fan's fate that remains unreadable. Could he be existing outside of fate? That would make him a truly huge variable. Sovereign Yun sighed and vanished, allowing the darkness to engulf everything within this domain. 2 months later, Zhuo Fan's team finally arrived back at their sect. Xie Wu Yue and the elders had been waiting for what seemed like ages. Ha ha ha, Wu Yue, what a grand welcome I see. Fiend Yang laughed, basking in what he took as adoration. But Xie Wu Yue only glared back in response. He appeared in front of Fiend Yang instantly and then stomped down. Bam! The resounding boom sent Fiend Yang flying like a cannonball. The ball of flesh rocketed through the air, smacking into a cliff, creating a man-shaped hole in it. The disciples, ready to greet their returning elders, stood stock still, utterly silent. Did we do something wrong? Why is the sect leader so furious? Xie Wu Yue gave them all a dark glare, his bloodthirst rising as he watched the cliff crumble. Fiend Yang then emerged from the rubble, shouting, "For God's sake! Are you a sect leader or a complete lunatic? We risked our lives at the Double Dragon Manor for the sect's glory, and this is how you repay me? What did I even do to you? You actually dare to ask?" Xie Wu Yu snarled. 2 months ago, you sent me a sending jade, telling me that you'd be back in 2 months. No details, nothing. You have the audacity to keep me on edge all this time. You damn fatso deserve more than just a light kick. The others began to chuckle. Ah, so that's why. It's the sending jade that sect leader was so upset about. He knows what happened at the Double Dragon gathering, yet was kept in suspense all this time. Fiend Yang grinned sheepishly. Oh, did I forget to mention it? Bullshit! How could you forget something so big? You could forget your will, but not this. Xie Wu Yue then demanded, "Tell me, did we lose so badly that we came in last among the lower 3 sects? Is that why you said nothing?" Poh! Yueling and the others giggled. They couldn't believe their sect leader had so little faith in them. He's about to get the shock of his life. The disciples snickered. Fiend Yang, also grinning, stalled for time. "What do you think, Wu Yue?" "Think? Your ass!" Xie Wu Yue snapped, then turned to Zhuo Fan. But the guy was calmly walking into the sect with 2 girls in tow. Shouting for 2 laborers, Zhuo Fan pointed at the girls and instructed, "Settle them in!" "Yes, Steward Zhuo." The 2 bowed respectfully. Zhuo Fan hadn't yet taken the reins of the demon scheming sect, but within the labor office his word was absolute, surpassing even that of the elders. The laborers followed his orders. Despite the presence of numerous elders and venerables, even the sect leader himself. Xie Wu Yue was outraged. "Zhuo Fan, who gave you permission to bring foreign girls into the sect? It's against all the rules." "Just passing through. Didn't you agree to let him do what he wanted after all that fighting?" Fiend Yang wrapped an arm around his shoulder and grinned. "Besides, the kid deserves the credit for most of our victories at the Double Dragon gathering. Letting him do whatever he wants before leaving isn't much." Xie Wu Yue was immediately intrigued and turned to face him. "How did it go? What do you think?" Fiend Yang asked, raising an eyebrow, already starting to posture again. Xie Wu Yu's face twitched, and he clenched his fists, a scorching fire burning in his heart, like a volcano ready to explode.